A decade ago, a massive earthquake struck Japan, causing widespread devastation and leaving Tokyo in ruins. In the present time, Deadman Wonderland, a prison that also serves as an amusement park, stands at the epicenter of this tragedy. Ganta, an ordinary schoolboy, had plans to visit Wonderland with his friends before their exams. However, as the first class commences, Ganta becomes aware of a familiar lullaby resonating in his ears. Curiosity compels him to glance out the window, where he catches sight of a man dressed in red floating in the air. With a swift motion, the man gestures his hands, unleashing a colossal explosion within the classroom. Once Ganta regains his senses, he discovers the lifeless bodies of all his classmates. Looking upwards, he finds the crimson-clad figure looming over him, and in a frantic bid to escape, Ganta tries to flee but finds himself paralyzed, incapable of movement. The man then produces a blood crystal and forcefully inserts it into Ganta's chest, causing him to lose consciousness. The following day, Ganta awakens in a hospital, only to be swiftly apprehended and taken into custody, accused of orchestrating a terrorist attack that resulted in the deaths of 29 classmates.
A staggering 29 were slain. 30 middle school students known to have been in the classroom at the time of the killing.
In a glimmer of hope, a lawyer named Tamaki meets with Ganta, assuring him not to worry as he will endeavor to extricate him from this predicament. As the very next day, Ganta finds himself unjustly sentenced to a lifetime behind bars. Realizing that he's being framed, Ganta makes a desperate attempt to escape, but the grieving families of the victims intercept him, causing his phone to slip from his pocket. To their shock, a fabricated video surfaces, displaying Ganta confessing to the crime, thereby further incriminating him. With the weight of false evidence stacked against him, Ganta is left at the mercy of the situation, while Tamaki's promises of assistance seem questionable. Suddenly, Ganta finds himself taken to Deadman Wonderland, accompanied by Kasuba and Makina, the prison warden. Makina distributes survival kits to the new inmates and secures a cuff around their necks. Unexpectedly, an inmate named Yoda Kemi accidentally collides with Ganta, pushing a cart without warning. In response, Makina swiftly unsheaths her sword and mercilessly slashes Yoda's chest. The following day, Ganta is assigned manual labor, burdened with the task of carrying scrap metal. Overwhelmed by despair, he yearns for death. In that moment, a peculiar girl with snow-white hair, Shiro, descends upon him from above. Holding a pipe, she claims to grant Ganta's wish and attempts to strike him with it. However, Ganta manages to evade her attack. Frustrated, Shiro discards the pipe and questions Ganta about whether he truly killed his friends. This inquiry brings Ganta to tears as he vehemently denies harming his friends. Later, 3 men materialize out of nowhere, intending to torment Ganta. Shiro endeavors to defend him but is swiftly incapacitated by a blow to the head from a shovel. Suddenly, the water tower above them erupts and plummets directly toward them. A sharp pain pierces Ganta's chest, compelling him to raise his hand instinctively. Miraculously, a blood-formed bullet shoots from his hand, obliterating the falling tank. As the dust settles, Ganta realizes that the men have been crushed under the wreckage. Ganta runs to check on Shiro as rubble falls around them. She's asleep, however. She requests Ganta's friendship upon waking. Ganta visits Dr. Ray for therapy and runs into Yo again. Yo encourages Ganta not to apologize for hurting them. Yo says that they must engage in lethal amusement events to get points, which may be swapped for food and other stuff, including candies that he must consume every 3 days to counteract the poison put into him. Ganta should enter the dog race since the winner gets 1,000 points and a sweet. Ganta joins the other racers in the dressing area before the race. Kozuji, a psychopath, enters the room and attacks Ganta, a newbie. Kozuji tells everyone to drop out or get out of his path because he needs points.
Cancel the damn thing if more of you bail, and I want those cast points!
Makina arrives to halt Kozuji's rage. Ganta doubts his selections as the race begins. The raceway has several lethal traps. Avoiding the traps is fatal. Ganta wonders what warped individuals would like such a horrific incident. Ganta finds himself falling into almost every trap along the way. Thankfully, Shiro, who's always by his side, saves him each time. Eventually, they reach the final stage, where their only opponent left is Kozuji. A ball drops down, and the tiles under their feet start breaking, revealing a dangerous pit filled with spikes. The rule is that the last person holding the ball when the timer ends wins. Ganta catches the ball, and when Kozuji tries to take it from him, he accidentally falls to his death. However, the game isn't over because Shiro is still in the competition. When the tile beneath her collapses, Ganta decides to save her instead of focusing on winning. He lets go of the ball and grabs Shiro's hand to prevent her from falling.
This game sucks anyway, so I don't get the antidote or candy or whatever it's called. I don't care anymore.
In a room, Ganta writes a letter to the parents of one of his friends, assuring them that he's innocent and explaining that he'll face his fate the next day. Yo enters Ganta's room, surprised to find out that they're going to be roommates. Yo hands Ganta a candy, taking responsibility for Ganta's loss in the previous game. Ganta accepts the candy gratefully, tears welling up in his eyes, feeling grateful to Yo. Yo then takes Ganta outside for ice cream as a treat for surviving his first game. While Ganta appreciates the gesture, it brings a sense of sadness as he remembers the times he had ice cream with his friends from middle school. Ganta feels pain in his chest once more and looks up to see the red man floating in the air. Suddenly, the man comes down and creates a huge tornado that knocks everyone away. Blood starts spewing out of Ganta's chest. He raises his hand and shoots a big blood bullet at him, hitting him in the head. Surprisingly, the man doesn't seem affected and flies away. Ganta tries to chase him but ends up passing out. When Ganta wakes up in the hospital, he finds Shiro next to him. Shiro tries to talk to him, but Ganta seems uninterested and doesn't respond much. Now, Ganta knows that the Red Man is in Wonderland. He overhears some other prisoners talking about the man being held in G Block. Ganta hurries through the prison corridors with Shiro, looking for G Block. Eventually, they meet Yo, who tells them that G Block doesn't exist. However, Shiro insists that she has been there before. Suddenly, a security robot named Necromacro spots them and starts attacking. Shiro manages to pull them into the vents, and they lose the robot for a moment. They take a breather, and Ganta sees that they have reached Chi Block. Ganta sees the red man in front of him and loses control. He grabs a pipe and tries to attack the man, but the man effortlessly destroys the pipe with his blood blades. He introduces himself as Senji, also known as Crow, and reveals that Ganta is referred to as Woodpecker in Chi Block. Senji informs Ganta that he's not unique and that there are others with blood-based abilities like him. This realization dawns on Ganta, making him understand that Senji is not the real Red Man. Senji warns Ganta not to hold back because he's coming to kill him. But Shiro kicks Senji in the face, standing up against his bullying. Suddenly, they're all struck by tranquilizer darts. So, what do you think of Ganta's journey? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the bell notification. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.